Yes. We call pseudocode because we use a language other than a real programming language. So since it's not real, we call it a pseudocode. Right now, what we have done is we have first look at this. Yes, given this flow chart, can you tell me the steps how to convert this to pseudocode? Yes, Achira, what is the first thing we have to type? Amasha? Pramodi? Yes, we have to say begin, isn't it? So you say begin. Then what is the second step? Achira? Input first number. Okay. Second one, Pramodi? Input second number. Third one, Amasha? Third one? Yes, we have to say calculate total equals first number plus second number. So we indicate process by using calculate, isn't it? Then last one, yes, we can also use print, but most of the time I will say display. So I will put display total. Finally, we have to say end, right? So here is how we convert this flow chart into pseudocode. Right, that's easy, isn't it? So this is, we will represent this is sequence. Yes, when it comes to selection, yes, Achira, can you tell me like what are the steps if you want to convert this to pseudocode? Yes, what are the steps? Achira, what is the first one? You have to say begin, right? Amasha, second step. Yes, we have to say input marks. Pramodi, third step. Yes, if marks greater than or equal to 50, then remember then. Next one, Achira. Yes, display pass Amasha, next one. Yes, else. Next one. Fail. Pramudi. End if end. So you remember that we say start, we use begin there, input marks. Now this is a selection. How do you identify a selection? So all these arrows goes down and executes only once. So this is a selection. If marks is greater than 50, then you are going to display whatever you want to do. If it is true, so that is display pass. Else, that means you go in the false side, then you display fail, and finally it's end if. Right, good. Then we were discussing couple of examples and we were here. Now this is called repetition. How do you identify repetition? Because this arrow goes up and depending on the condition, this might run multiple times. This might run multiple times. So this is what we have, discussed earlier. Yes, Pramudi. So how do you start this one? How do you start this one? Yes, you say begin. Amasha, next one. Yes, Amasha. We have to say number equals 1. Akira, next one. Now you have a condition here and you should identify this as a repetition. Now to represent repetition in pseudocode, which word we have to use? Pramodi? Yes, we have to say while. So let's put while here, while. And what is the condition? We are checking whether the number is less than or equal to 10, isn't it? We are checking whether the number is less than or equal to 10. If it is true, Amasha, what we should do? Yes, we have to say display. Okay, no double quotes in this time. You just say number. If you put double quotes, it will print as a number, not a real number. So then you increase the number by 1. So that means calculate number equals number plus 1. Right? And then next, yes, Samasha, end while. And then finally end. How this will work on? So you start, you check, you said its number equals 1. Then we check number, whether the number is less than 10. It's 1, so it's less than, so it will print 1. 1 plus 1, number becomes 2. So next time comes in, the number is 2, you are checking whether 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, you print 2, 2 plus 1, this will becomes 3. Go on like this. Let's say your number is 8. You check 8, is it less than or equal to 10? Yes, you display 8. 8 plus 1, number becomes 9. Now this 9 is less than or equal to 10. You print 9. 9 plus 1, this becomes 10. 10, is it less than or equal to 10? Yes, it's equal to 10. So you print 10. 10 plus 1, then it's 11. 11, is it less than 10? No, then you will come out. But remember, when you come out, the value of number is 11, not 10. Okay, I think this is where we have stopped last time. Let's move to the next one. Have we discussed the next one? This one? Yes or no? Pramudi? Have we discussed the answer for this? Okay. How about this one? Next one? This is actually odd numbers, not even numbers. So this is odd number. Let me change this and come display. Right, I think I have corrected the error. So let me share now. Okay, have we done this? This one we have done. Odd numbers, have we finished odd numbers? Yes or no? Amasha? Odd numbers? Okay, good. So let's start with this one. What you should do is you should try this and then you send me a WhatsApp message with the answer. Right, I will correct and send it to you. So in this one, we start with begin, number equals 1. Then we have the repetition. So to represent repetition, we have while, condition is number equals less than or equal to 100. Then you display the number, then number equals number plus 2, then you go up, that means end of while. If it is false, then you'll come out from the loop. Right. Yes, Janani, what we have done so far is we further discuss what we have done last time. That is pseudocode for repetitions, right? So we just converted pseudocode to print odd numbers from 1 to 100. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, we'll go to the other one. Yes, I want everyone to try this. So let's try to convert this into a pseudocode. So in this one, what we did actually, we calculate the total of the numbers from 1 to 10. How we did it within the loop, we were calculating the total, adding a number at a time to the total and keep incrementing this up to 10, right? And finally, we print the total number. Right, I want you to try this one as well. So let's try with this one. So what we have to do is we say begin, then we have n equals 1, total equals 0. Then we have while loop. We have to say while n less than or equal to 10. If that is the case, within the loop, we have to say total equal total equals total plus n. Then okay, so for that we have to say calculate then we have to say calculate n equals n plus 1. Yes, and then end while, and after that we have display, we have to say total, and finally you have it. Just check whether all of your answers contains this. So here also from this you miss print total as well. And then Janani's again display total should come at the end. Display total should come at the end after end while, right? So both the answers you need to think about this. Actually, you don't have to say display yes and no. If it is true, you go into there. So I guess it's not a selection here. It's actually repetition. So you have to use while loop there. Yes. Okay, so this is one of the The question is from one of the exam papers. So I want you to get this and I want you to convert into a pseudocode. Okay, so in this one we have asked to convert it. So let's start how we are going to do this. Okay, with this one. So let's take down together when we write down. So the first one is begin, isn't it? I think there's no question. We will start begin. Yes, then input also we have no question. We can say input A comma B comma C. Okay, next one. This one, is it a loop or is it a selection? Is it a loop or is it a selection? The selection goes down, right? So that means you have to start with if. And then we are checking whether A is greater than B. Then, okay. Now what? Now, first of all, you check whether A is greater than B. If it is yes, then you come here. That means another selection, isn't it? So that means within this, we have another selection. So in that selection, we will ask whether B is greater than C. Then, if it is true, yes, you are going to display C. So I'm going to say display C, right? Else, that means this side, you are going to display B. Else, display B, right? And that means that's the end of this. So we can say this the end in if, right? Now we are still here, right? If that this part is finished, then we have to go to no part. That means then we have else part. So within that, again, you have another if statement. So this time we will ask if A greater than C, then if it is the case, if it is yes, then you are going to say display C, else you go here, display A. And that's the end of this if, and finally end if, the main one, and finally end. Let me explain from the beginning. So in this one, we start from here. So that's the begin. Then we have input A comma B comma C, no change. Now here we have a condition and it goes down, executes only one. So that means this is selection. So that means you start with if A greater than B then. If it is yes, then you go along this line. Then there's another condition, isn't it? That's also selection. So we have if B greater than C. If it is yes, you know that display, and that's be the end of this. So display C. Else display B, and here the joins the two, so which means end if. Now we have finished the yes path, then we have to go to no path. That means we have to put else here, right? And this side we have another selection. So if A greater than C, then yes, you display C. So that means you display C. Else you go to the no path, that is display A, that is the end if. So that's here. And finally the end if of the previous if A greater than B. So with that one we will finish it. Yes. Yes, just take down this. So let's look at how to convert pseudocodes flowchart. So let's start with this one, right? So let's say we have given this. This is the pseudocode. Now let's say we have asked to draw the flow chart. So let's see how we could do this. Okay, first of all, can you try this? And then after that I will draw the flow chart. Okay, shall we start looking at how to convert this? Yes, I have received from Pramodi the answer. Yes, reading C. Okay, so this is fine. So let me discuss the answer for this. We have to start with the start, and we know that it's read C, and then F equals 9 into C, then F equals F divided by 5, then F equals F plus 32, then display or print F. Finally you have it. That's all, right? Now when you draw the shapes, make sure you use the correct shapes. So in this case, start, we have this shape. Similar to end, we have this shape. Yes. And then read, we have this shape, parallelogram, same as for displaying it. And then these are the processors. We have rectangle shapes. We have rectangle shapes. Okay, so now we can connect. So this one, okay, here this one connects to this. This shows you the sequence. That's all, right? So it's a very simple one, not that difficult one.